What is up, everyone? Back, all Barcelona fans and football fans, finally back here again with another video and another episode of BARÇA NEWS WEEKLY. And I know it's been a while, but a lot of things has happened over the last 2 weeks or so. It's been a little bit up and down, my health as well, so I haven't been really able to do anything that much. My last video was, I think, before the Classico, I think, and since then it's just been plenty of things, you know, especially with Barcelona. It's been not been the most greatest stuff, you know, that you have ever seen. Overall, we've been playing just not the best, both in the Champions League and in the league. We did beat Real Sociedad, but we also have before that one Champions League game at home against Shakhtar. We won that with 2-1. It was a so-so performance, not the greatest. And then we have going to the Classico, and that was just all over the place. We did play well in that Classico. We did really play well. We did actually deserve to win, but our finishing just bit us in the butt, pretty much. We weren't clinical enough, and that's what's cost us the game, really. We deserved to win that game, but instead we lost. We had a good start with Gundogan scoring his first Barcelona goal early on there, and then we pretty much controlled the whole game after that for the most of the time throughout the whole thing. At least in the first half we did most of the second one, but then towards the end of the later half of the second half, we kind of dropped down even more a little bit. And yeah, that's when it all just went south even more, with the Real Madrid coming in and scoring their goals. And it was really really dumb and really an unfair result when you look at it. We should have been winning that game, or at least like a 3 or 4-1 or something, with all the chances that we had. And that's kind of been one of our really downfalls in the last few games of that too. Our finishing has just not been the best, and maybe that's due to us missing Frankie and Pedri a lot. Pedri is now back, somewhat slowly being brought back into the team. Frankie, not so much yet. We'll see when he actually makes it. He just got his wife gave birth to his first child recently, so he's been focusing on that as well as the recovery. So I don't know exactly when we can expect Frankie to be fully back. Maybe sometime by the end of the month, but it's gonna take a little bit more. But hopefully he will take the time he needs to really get back in full good form. That because we need him fully back in good form and stuff like this. So we needed that. We needed them, and we didn't have them, and that's why possibly also after that in the against Real Sociedad, we just weren't either that good either throughout the whole game with the finishing. We were missing so many chances. Luckily, though, in that game, by the end, we somehow forced in a goal. Araujo got a goal, and we won that game 1-0. But we were very lucky and did not deserve to win that game. But we got lucky to get the 3 points there. A total opposite kind of from the Real Madrid game, from the Classico. It's really just very interesting and how just a second very interesting, and see how this much has affected us in our play. A team like Barcelona should not be struggling this much with finishing and with scoring goals and getting to these wins. It's not a good thing. It's very much frustrating to see, really. And recently, Xavi sat down with the team and really went through with it and get to the bottom of it. So I hope we will be turning this around soon and getting back to a good form. Because there's still time. There's still plenty of the season left. Also, some time left before the first half of the season comes to an end. You know. So before the second half of the season begins, we really need to fix up everything. We really need to see the team get back to the good form again and really perform and do well. Because in the second half of the season, we cannot, definitely not afford these type of slip-ups like we have now. And also now, the most recent game in the Champions League, an absolute unacceptable result. The loss to Shakhtar Donetsk. We should never lose to someone like Shakhtar. No disrespect to them, but that is absolutely unacceptable. How little we even got a shots on goal in the first half. No shots on goal in the first half. In the second half, we started to go a little bit more, getting more shots in there. But overall, in the game, only one shot on goal. One shot. One shot. That is absolutely unacceptable. That should never happen, especially against a team like Shakhtar. I can understand in the bigger games against the tougher teams, like a Manchester City or a Bayern Munich or something like that. At times, I can understand that. Even though, yes, that will also still be somewhat frustrating, but I can maybe at least somewhat understand and forgive that. But against a team like Shakhtar, man, we should not be just creating so little, and also on top of that, losing the game. We should not be losing that game. We conceded such a dumb goal, and then we went on to just do nothing. And we lost 1-0. That is just one of the most unacceptable things I've seen. Like, it's just absolutely horrendous. One of our worst performances this season. And hopefully that is a wake-up call to all the players and to Xavi and everyone there to really start making a big change. Really start waking up and trying to do something about this. Changing up the tactics, changing up the spirit and morale. Because something needs to be done now before it's too late. There's still time to make an impact and to change it around. But it has to be done now. And hopefully tonight we can see a better result. Now, tonight against Deportivo Alaves, we have a game at home, which should be a must 100% win. And I'm not just saying a scrap-by win. This has to be a statement win. Tonight we need to score at least 3 goals. Right? Because Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid recently, they have been banging in those goals like crazy. Atletico Madrid in the Champions League against Celtic, they scored 6 goals. And yesterday, Real Madrid against Valencia, they scored around 5 or something. It's absolutely unacceptable that we cannot do that as well. With the players that we have, with the squad, with the talent, the quality we have in the team, we shouldn't be messing around this much. We shouldn't be having such a trouble scoring. And hopefully now when Pedri's back, things can be better. The lineups need to be better. I don't want to see any Marcos Alonso and things like that. I need the best squad on the pitch that is possible. And everybody needs to focus. I think especially when the youngsters coming, that's when we see more of energy in the attack. That's when we see things more more of things happening. Like Federman, Lamin, and everybody else like that. Like and so on. There's plenty of that in there. And tonight we have to show them again. We have to go in there and get a statement win. We have to show that we are still title contenders. We have to go in that we're still in this. We haven't given up. We haven't stopped caring. We haven't slowed down. Every team can go through a little dip in form now and then. It's fine. But it's the most important thing to then pick yourself back up and really go and try and get back in good form as soon as possible. And not just let yourself slip down even further, you know? Not just go down even further and just completely just mess up the season, give up on everything. Because if we do that, we're not going to be winning anything this season. Not even the Super Cup. It's Atletico and Real Madrid, they'll find a way to get that. If we face one of them too. And we cannot even begin, even a little bit, thinking about even getting close to winning the Champions League. If we keep playing like this. That is not even fathomable at all. They're just like that is not even close to anything we can do if we keep playing like we have. We need to get back in good form. We need to be dominant. We need to be controlling of every game and not let ourselves slip further down and play like just clueless children or just nobodies that came from some lower league. We are one of the top teams in history. We should be doing this. It's FC Barcelona, not some third-tier league crap. That, no disrespect, but like, you know what I mean. It's just, we should be able to do better than this. I know not every game can be a win. I know not every game in a season can be 100% perfect. And there's going to be losses. There's going to be things like that. I get that. It's part of the sport. I understand. But it cannot be handled like this. It cannot be as much as this. Once in a while, a loss or a crappy performance, okay, I can accept that. That's fine. But when it's consistent like this, when it just gets back in there and you see more of it and you don't see any improvement in the next game after that first bad performance, it just gets worse and worse and gets more struggle. That is not okay. That is not okay for any team really, but especially a big team like Barcelona. We shouldn't be having that. A loss once in a while is fine, but multiple losses like this and losses against teams that we shouldn't be struggling against is not okay. Especially when it's just really important games, important matches that mean a lot for the season, for the future of the season. We need those points in the group stage. We need those points in the league. And the players just look like they're not trying at all. It's one thing to lose when you're fighting good. We're trying our absolute best. It's a head-to-head, and we're doing all that. That's one thing, right? And someone just edges us out. That's kind of what happened in the Classico, but not exactly though, because we were actually a bit better than them. But that's one thing. I can understand that. That is okay. But just completely giving up a game, especially to an opponent that's not even close to your level, that is not okay. When you see something like that, you just see the players just giving up when they're not even trying. And then we lose. That is frustrating. That is infuriating. I can see teams like lower teams like that, lower table teams, lower league teams, playing like that because they're not used to the big challenges. But a team like ours, with players that have been through a lot, some that have even won Champions League trophy and league trophies in the past, some even in multiple leagues, they should not be playing at this standard. They should not be feeling that this is okay. They should not be holding themselves to this low level. They should be playing hard and good and just trying always. Because as I said, there's one thing to be playing hard, trying your absolute best, going at somebody, and just get edged out. That's like, or get like narrowly beaten by another team because they were just slightly better. But it's a whole other thing to just completely let somebody else run you over, and completely let somebody else take over the game. Let the other team just do what they want, and not barely even try, and just mess around and look lost. That's what we've been seeing lately from Barcelona, and that is not okay. These players need to wake up and focus. We have a good mixture of experience and youth that should be working well. I know the injuries have been massively bad on us, and it's a constant annoyance for us, but we need to still, even with that, we need to hold ourselves to a higher standard than this. We cannot be letting ourselves lose in games like we have been. Especially not like that one against Shakhtar. Not like that. Losing a Clasico is one thing, but losing against Shakhtar like that, I think we should have been rolling over. We should have been going in there and at least scoring 3 goals. That is not okay. They're not even at their home ground. They weren't even at their home ground. We're playing in Germany. And Hamburg Stadium. I just can't understand it. How can we just mess it up then? Even at the home game that we played against them, even that was just narrowly won, 2-1. Luckily, thanks to some good work from Fermi Lopez and so on. It's not okay that we should be struggling like this. And heck, that Porto game, I understood as I talked about that last week. That was understandable. Porto is a tough game. It was an away game. I get it. That's fine. I get that 1-0 there. We worked hard for it anyways, and like, okay, that one I can accept. But games like this, I can't. Results like this and games like that, like against Shakhtar, I can't accept that. And in the Champions League, the next game is against Porto at home, right? We're playing at home against Porto, and that game is a must-win. It's an absolute must-win if we want to always then secure our qualification to the round of 16 and also possibly get that #1 spot in the group. We're playing at home. We should be controlling that game. At least winning with 2 or 3 goals. We should be doing that. We should get that done, and we should get it done good. We should not be just messing around and being playing like we have. Tonight, it's a statement game. We need to win this. Tonight, we are going against Alaves. We need to win properly. And then we go into the international break, and hopefully with a good feeling. And then when we come back, we have another league game that we should also be getting through at, right? We should be getting that there as well. And then the Champions League game too. It's needed. These next games are needed wins. We cannot be losing anymore. Until the end of the year, we need to win. I don't want to see any more losses. not even draws. Like, I need us to win to get the 3 points in all the games. We cannot be just fooling around anymore, because otherwise we will have nothing to play for next year. The second half of the season. Right? Come second half of the season, we will not have nothing to play for anymore, because we know we will have that low standard, that low feeling, low morale. It's not gonna do anything for us. This is a must. This is a must now. A must change before the end of the year. 100% turnover. It needs to be done. We cannot be seeing this like kind of slacky performance like we have. And in January, hopefully we can make some should I say adjustments, maybe additions to the team. Maybe Victor Roque could come. I hope he will be arriving to the club in January, because he can help us out definitely a lot in the second half of the season. Having one more prolific striker up there will be very, very good. And also I do hope that Lewandowski finds his good form back again soon as well. It's just been up and down, really. It's not been to our standard like we should. And the players need to look at themselves and see that if they really want this. And if they do, they need to step it up. And same with Xavi and his tactics and lineups and everything. So, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. And hopefully, though, we can make it work. And tonight, hopefully, is the start of that. Start of a rebound. And we can get back to our best again. But yeah, that's gonna pretty much do it. Have nothing more really to talk about. There have been some somewhat interesting results all over other places too, in England and stuff. United are somewhat struggling again, as they usually do. Tottenham has begun losing now again. After a very good start of the season, they're beginning to now lose. They have lost 2 games in a row now. One to Chelsea and one to Wolves. Yeah, Chelsea, surprisingly. Chelsea are starting to pick themselves up somewhat, but still not entirely there. They're still struggling. They're facing City today, so which will be a very interesting game to see, because that they definitely gonna struggle there a lot too. And with others as well, it's all the way up and down, really. It's with different results and victories here and there. Newcastle a little bit up and down. In the French league, PSG are having some trouble still with Mbappe being selfish, you know. That's recently in the news. I don't know. Milan is going up. Like, AC Milan won against PSG recently in the recent Champions League game. They got that win there. As I said, other results like that. Nothing too much to talk about yet. But if something comes up, I'll make another video as well. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, leave a like down below, and also subscribe if not done already, and bring the notification bell to get notified next time I upload videos there. Another BARÇA NEWS WEEKLY or match reviews or other things like that. Leave a comment also down below and tell me, what do you think Barcelona needs to change? What do you think we need to do to really get back to a good form again? What you see has been the biggest problem here? Is it the attack? Is it the midfield? Is it just the mentality overall? Or is it the tactics from the coach, the lineups? I'd like to see what you guys think. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Barça.